Hello and good March 10th, 2000. I'm Joanne and this is Rocketboom. It's exactly 9 years ago on this very day the dot-com boom peaked and crashed all at once. Let's take a look. That's the NASDAQ from 1994. Up, up. Look at those tech stocks go up all the way to 2000. Look at that rise. And then, pop. The bubble burst and tumbled way down, way down. And now here we see the NASDAQ working its way back up over the years, up, and then pop goes the weasel. We're back. An anonymous expert viewer writes in with investing advice. If you had purchased $1,000 of AIG stock 1 year ago, you would have less than $50 left. With Lehman, you would have under $10 left. With Fannie or Freddie, you'd have less than $5. But what if you bought $1,000 worth of beer? If you bought $1,000 worth of beer a year ago and drank it all and then recycled your cans at 5 cents per can, you'd have at least $50, which is a better investment than any of those smarty-pants financial institutions. In your math, doing your drinks. Are your kids watching right now? Well, kids, the same thing works for cans of apple juice. And while I have you here, do you wish your parents would let you watch Cops on TV? First of all, try placing one of these stickers over your TV, and you'll all start to notice you can get Cops anywhere, anyway. Here's a special remake of the show Cops for Kids. By replacing actual faces with fun cartoon animals, Tom and Jerry suddenly make cops look like puff cakes at a tea party. Past grade school? Well, whenever your parents ask you what on earth you're going to do with your philosophy degree, or whatever they're calling it these days, tell them to clam up or fear paying even more for a graduate degree. In the Beatles, a student can earn the right to pay the Liverpool Hope University for a Master of Arts in the Beatles, and will examine the significance of the music of the Beatles in the construction of identities, audiences, ethnicities and industries, and localities, and will suggest ways to understand popular music as a social practice, focusing attention on issues such as the role of music in the construction of regional identities, concepts of authenticity, aesthetics, meaning, value, performance, and the use of popular music as a discursive evocation of place. If anyone should ever question the popularity of the Beatles in today's times, look no further than a day in the life of Abbey Road. Considering how many people still come to take pictures of themselves replicating the famous album cover of the Beatles doing the same, or something like the same, you can then tell your parents to suck it. At that point, I'd ask to be excused, and if they say no, threaten to call child services. For other tips on how to deal with your parents, write to me privately. I'll help you take care of them. Parents, if you need help with your kids, I can hook you up too. Try a video game concentration camp in China. According to a report by Richard Heeks at Manchester University, an estimated 400,000 Asian workers slave around the clock building up treasures and character powers to sell for real-world currency. What may seem like a dream job to any young aspiring gamer earns you a pittance every day with a bed to crash on when not at play. Yet for the employers, if that's the right word, virtual gold farming is a trade worth over $10 million a year. Lesson learned? Ground your kids for 6 weeks, make them play World of Warcraft all day, then have them surrender the accounts and sell them on eBay. FTW for the whole family. Today's episode has been brought to you by The Letters,